we're going to transition into one of my favorite moments of the night. I'm pretty sure when you're reading your HBR cases, sometimes you're wondering if you're reading letters to Penthouse. That's where it start. So, now we're starting Harvard versus Penthouse. You guys have to yell what publication you think this script is extracted from. So, as the 747 circled and climbed eastward out of LA International Airport, Bob Anderson began to unwind from the grueling 48 hours in Los Angeles. Wait. His thoughts left to Jane Reynolds, one of the small number of female VPs in the firm, and a conversation he had with her on another transcontinental flight last summer. It started innocently enough. He thought he'd ask her how things were going to show interest. Initially, Jane expressed concern about business problems, but then she got more personal. All she heard were rumors. She worked like the devil to the detriment of her marriage. She seemed to think a divorce was a distinct possibility. It had been a disturbing conversation. It reminded him of that line from My Fair Lady. Why can't a woman be more like a man? At the time he thought maybe she had had too much scotch. Okay, what do you think, guys? Okay, second, Nick Jonas, a recently discharged soldier, was having a hell of a time getting a job. Every day he browsed the classified ads, sent out resumes, and made phone calls, but it seemed nobody needed a man whose skills were driving armored vehicles and firing high-tech weapons. Curtis read that one! Come on, I want a female voice now. Come on, Erin.
Jane grew up in a military family. She had enjoyed the environment to the point of considering a military career. By her late teens, however, her aspiration changed. I had an aunt who always had a lot of money, she recalled. She didn't have to be in the office 9 to 5 like everybody else. And she took us to interesting places that my parents couldn't afford. Jane didn't understand what her aunt did for a living. She was intrigued by her success and her having stored that bit of information, she was still 20 minutes early for her appointment. She chuckled to realize that she had not felt so nervous in her previous meetings, and dinner with Jim had been stimulating.
I hope this is stimulating for you as well, guys. Matthew Palladino has worked for a newspaper in Ohio for over 10 years, but without any notice, and all the publisher closed it down and he was without a job. Being single, he didn't have any responsibilities and he had invested his money wisely. But it was still a shock to his system and he was not sure what he was going to do. Being of Italian stock, like Giuseppe, he'd always wanted to spend some time in Italy, but had been too busy. Now he was thinking of moving there and writing a novel that he had stored in his head for years. It was a big step, but he quickly liquidated his assets and bought a ticket to Rome. From there, he traveled to Arezzo in Tuscany, and from there, guided by a map drawn up by his grandfather, he toured the villages where some members of their family still lived. When Damon Yates applied for a Saturday job at a fashionable women's store, he didn't quite know what he was in for. Annette Dubois, the owner, born in Chicago, but who had a distinct French accent, would have preferred a girl for the job, but Damon's father was her therapist, and so she felt kind of a vibe. don't disturb me, come on.